Hey everybody, and welcome to the channel, and welcome to the Ultimate Racing League. We are in the mini VGT, and this is our Wednesday championship, and it is the final round, and what a fantastic season it's been. We are over in America, just outside New York. A little bit more about the track in a second though. Just before we carry on, I do want to say a couple of quick thanks, because I do always forget these, and I do want to say thanks to Hodgie for hosting these races, and also to Graham for backing him up. Whenever Hodgie can't do it, Graham steps in and he hosts them. So thanks to those two guys for doing it. Without them, obviously we wouldn't be able to race. Also, I would like to say thank you to Alistair for doing the points. He does the points for all of the leagues, and we do really appreciate it, because, as I say, what's the point of having a league racing if you've got no point system to see who's won? So, yeah, big thanks to all those guys. Also, our sponsors, W.GG, the energy drink for gamers, and EAC, Eldridge Air Conditioning. They're our sponsors for this season, so big thanks to those as well. If you do enjoy this type of content, then please remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, if you could subscribe, it really would help us out. It helps promote the channel and the Ultimate Racing League. So thanks for that, and thanks to everybody that has already done that. So with all that out of the way, let's crack on with today's racing. We've got 3 15-minute races for you. You know the score by now. They're all sprint races, no pit stop scheduled unless the guys feel they need to. We're just going to have a look at the table, because, as I said, it is the final round, and it is really hotting up, especially at the top of the table. Stealth seemed to be the runaway leader early parts of this season. He has been caught up, but we've got Stealth on 326 points. Captain Slow just 2 points behind, excuse me, on 324. Then we've got Hodgie in third place on 304 points, so only 22 points separating the top three. Graham sitting in fourth on 299, still in contention. Then in fifth, we've got No Neck Monster on 284. Sixth is Declan on 273. P. White in seventh. He is on 232. Ian is sitting in eighth position on 196. Slowpoke on 181. Nath is on 131 points in 10th position. Then Castrian in 11th on 122. Andre is on 117. And Nink is Nink 84. Sorry, I'll get there in a minute. Is on 97 points. So as I say, really hotting up at the top with only 22 points separating the top three, and Graham sitting there in fourth, who can really put a spanner in the works. So Stealth needs just a couple of wins, and the championship's his. However, Captain Slow could nick it from him, as could Hodgie. So yeah, really looking forward to these races coming up. The track, as I've said, we are in the United States. We are just outside New York at a town called Dix in Watkins Glen, and it is the Watkins Glen International Circuit. Struggling with my words this morning, aren't I? So we are at Watkins Glen. We are on the long course. There are 2 courses for this circuit. We are on the long one. 11 turns, 3.4 miles, and a very tricky chicane in the middle of it all as well. So yeah, it should prove some good racing. First race this morning, it's going to be, let's have a look, it's going to be in the afternoon. So the guys have all had the breakfast, good night's sleep, etc., and raring to go. Tyres, we all know by now, you have to use all 3 compounds, the soft, medium and hards, 1 per race. So if you start on softs, then you have to use medium and hards in the following 2 races, and so on and so on. But you get the gist of that, of course. So let's crack on with this. We shall have a rundown of the grid for this first race. So we have Slowpoke in pole position. Then we have Stealth in second. Evil Knievel is third on the grid. Captain Slow fourth. Hodgie is fifth. Graham sixth. Castrian is 7th, and 8th on the grid for race 1 is Nath. So that's the grid lineup. So we'll get this race started, get the boys underway, get the lights out. It is a good start for the first one on. Stealth gets a bit of a false start. I think and a few of them are jumping there, so I'm not quite sure what's happened there as Slowpoke takes us down towards turn 1. Everybody's streaming through. We've only got 8 on the grid for now, which is a bit of a shame for the final race, but you know, it can't be helped with holidays and injuries and all sorts kicking off. So the 8 guys out there battling away. The important thing, I suppose, is the guys at the top are there. So we've got Stealth, we've got Captain Slow, we've got Hodgie, we've got Graham. They're all out there. Evil Knievel is there as well, as you can see, in second place as Slowpoke takes us through that chicane for the first time. Very tricky, that chicane. Oh, a bit of door bashing from Castrian and Hodgie as they battle for that 4th position. Looks like Hodgie might have just got his nose in front. Castrian picking up a penalty as we head through the course, and I shall get my bearings in a minute. I've got my map the wrong way round. So we are heading towards turn 7, which is the toe, and then we go on to the boot. It's all a bit of a footwear theme for this track, as we shall see as we go along, as Castrian has to serve his penalty hard on the brakes. Bit of a strange place, this penalty thing. It's just on that hill, so as you're trying to gain momentum, your brakes are slammed on. Oh, as Castrian goes very wide again, that may well be another penalty there. Oh, and as he comes back on and nearly takes Graham out, but manages to recover. Graham still keeps going. Graham's in 6th position. Then we've got Nath down in 8th position. I wish he wouldn't stay there. Nath in 8th. We need to move you up to 3rd, so it doesn't rhyme. So Nath in 8th position with a half-second penalty. This track full of penalties, as we shall see. So Slowpoke then across the line to start lap 2 into turn 1. Opening up a bit of a lead now. He's got a bit of a gap. Slowpoke on the soft tyres to begin with. Let's have a rundown of the tyres. Evil Knievel on mediums, then Stealth, Hodgie, Captain Slow. Captain Slow is the first on the hard tyres, sitting in 5th. Graham's also on the mediums. Castian is on softs and Nath on the hards, and he's picked up another penalty. That's 1.5 seconds for Nath. Now, oh, whoa, that's what's happened. We've had a big change. Oh, and Slowpoke's gone off. We've had a big change of lead. So Slowpoke out in front as we head towards the chicane. Now he's on the brakes. The back end has just come all the way around, and that's dumped him off the track. Oh, and Hodgie decides to follow him as well. As Slowpoke tries to get back on track, as a few cars gone off. So Slowpoke from 1st to 8th, all in one turn as we enter the chicane. So that's his race ruined, but Evil Knievel says thank you very much, and now takes up the lead of this race 1. Evil Knievel on the medium tyres, so he's got the softs to look forward to. Stealth also on the mediums. Remember, Stealth is the current championship leader. He is 2 points in front of Captain Slow, and Captain Slow at the minute is down in 5th. That is really going to help Stealth out if he can maintain this position, maybe even nick 1st. So Stealth really battling out. He needs, I'm not sure on the points. I think it's 20 points for a win. I've tried to find out, but everybody's ignoring me this morning, and I don't blame them. So it's 20 points for a win, I am sure. So if Stealth gets at least 1, maybe 2 wins, then that will be the championship his. However, if Captain Slow can and do something about that position, and he has moved up into 4th, Captain Slow could ruin Stealth's celebration party and nick it from him. Let's have a look. So Graham is sitting in 3rd, or Grahamid Ali as his proper name is. So for the first time ever, Graham, I've just pronounced it properly. I'm sure you'll be pleased to hear that. It is URL Grahamid Ali, although I'm still probably going to call you Graham because it's a lot easier for me. So Graham's sitting 3rd, Captain Slow is 4th, desperately trying to make his way up into or onto the podium, shall we say. Then we've got Castian in 5th, Hodgie in 6th after his spill, Slowpoke in 7th, just sitting behind Hodgie after he went off as well. We don't want to be making that mistake again, although we've picked up a penalty there for track limits. As I say, this track really does like to hand out the penalties. So a 1 second penalty for Slowpoke is going to really put him off the pace. And Hodgie, what's happened to Hodgie? He was in front of Slowpoke, I'm sure. He was, as we come to the chicane. Oh, has Hodgie made that same mistake again? He has. It's the car's really not handling well tonight. Now, it may be because of the update, it may be because we're all a bit tired, it may be because we've had a massive breakfast and it's not sitting well, I don't know, but the car just doesn't seem to be handling well this afternoon, as Hodgie, again in the same position in that chicane, has come off and finds himself back down in 7th, with Nate in 8th with another half second penalty. He is starting to collect them, isn't he? Back up to the front, Evil Knievel. He got a bit of a decent gap back to Stealth, gives him a bit of a breathing space. He's not putting under any pressure. Stealth in 2nd. He will be desperately trying to catch up to the back of Evil Knievel. Let's just have a look at the time, shall we? So Evil Knievel's done a 1:53.9 on lap 2, and Stealth just slightly off the pace, a 1:54. So Evil Knievel doing a decent job of staying out in front. Graham also in the 54s in 3rd, but these three starting to pull away from the rest of the pack. You can just see Captain Slow in the background, also in the 154s. Captain Slow on the hard tyres though, so he is doing very well actually. Excuse me. Captain Slow, if you remember, he's only just 2 points off of Stealth at the minute, so he'll be looking to get some decent points on the board, and as I say, maybe upset Stealth's celebration party. Castian in 5th, keeping it nice and steady, and we've got Slowpoke back down in 6th after his disaster in on lap 2, where he was out in front. Hodgie in 7th, again, he's had 2 disasters, all at the same place at the chicane. He manages to get through there this time without any dramas. So Hodgie learnt his lesson there. And then Nate not got a penalty, so well done Nate, he's managed to get around without getting a penalty. Very glitchy though. Not his fault, that is the internet that causes that, but yeah, Nate sort of shaking side to side, unless one of the wheel nuts is loose, and that's what's causing that. I'm not sure. But back up to our race leader, Evil Knievel. We are just about halfway through this race 1, and Evil Knievel doing a fantastic job so far. So as he approaches the line, let's go on board with Evil Knievel, and we'll follow him round as a lap as we go across the start-finish line to start lap 5. So down towards turn 1, hard on the brakes to get around this right-hander. Careful not to drift too far to the left, otherwise you'll pick a penalty up. Then into turns 2, 3 and 4. It's a right, then a left, then a right. We can have a look, there's nobody behind, so there's no real pressure there. Then onto the straight, heading towards the chicane. Staying to the left to give you a good entry point. Then it's around about the 300 marker board, you're on the brakes, cross these curves, not taking too much. Around turn 5, which is the outer loop, down the chute, as it's called, towards turn 6, a left-hander. Evil Knievel keeping it nice and steady through there, hard on the power, letting the car drift out, down towards turn 7, which is the toe. A right-hander that takes you uphill. There is a bit of a camber in the road there as well, which can upsettle the car, but Evil Knievel makes it look easy. Then onto this straight called the boot. onto turn 8, a right-hander, which is called the heel. As I say, bit of a shoe theme going on with this American track. Then we've got turn 9, again an uphill left-hander, trying to keep the car under control into turn 10, another left-hander. Try not to drift too far to the right, otherwise you'll pick a penalty up there. Then into turn 11, the final turn, hard on the power, getting as close to the wall as you can without hitting it, and then across the line to finish the lap. And a 1:53 from Evel Knievel. Not the fastest lap though. Graham has managed to take that honour so far, a 1:53.4, so you can see that Evel Knievel is just 2/10 off of that. It is Stealth and Captain Slow that would really like to take the fastest laps, because you do, I believe, you do get an extra point if you get the fastest lap in a race, so they all count. Stealth in second. He is coming under pressure from Graham. Let's go on board with Graham as we head up towards the chicane with Stealth just in front. Graham trying to put the pressure on. Doesn't want to hand this championship to Stealth. Nobody does. If Stealth's going to win it, he's going to have to work for it. Stealth trying to take the defensive line. Let's have a look. Graham's got nobody behind him, so he can concentrate fully on Stealth, on the back of Stealth car. Trying to pick his moment when he can make a move. We can just see ahead is Evel Knievel, so the guys are gaining. Graham getting closer and closer to Stealth now. If you can get in that slipstream, and if he can stay there until he gets onto one of the straights, maybe either the boot or the back straight, then he may be able to make a move on Stealth and nick that second spot away from him. We'll just stay with Graham for a minute, see how close we can get as we head towards turn 10. Now this is where Graham really needs to get the power down early, get a decent exit so he can get right onto the back of Stealth into the slipstream and maybe make a move before we get to turn 1. Is Graham going to get close enough? You know, I don't think he is. No, he's not. He is right on the bumper of Stealth, but he just cannot get close enough. We'll just drop down the order. Captain Slow in 4th, just unable to catch up to these two guys, hoping that they're going to have a bit of a battle which will slow them down. But Captain Slow currently in 4th. Slowpoke has moved up to 5th, so he's managed to get by Castrian. All on his own though now. Then Castrian in 6th. He's also on his own. We can just about see Slowpoke. If we go on the board here, we can just about see Slowpoke in front. Slowpoke coming up towards the chicane. Castrian heading there now. Castrian obviously hoping that Slowpoke's going to do the same as he did in lap 2 and come off. Then we've got Hodgie, really not been his race in race 1. He's on the medium tyres, so he's got the soft tyres to look forward to, but he's also got the hards as well, which are well known for being obviously a lot worse than the other two, but around here with the way the cars are handling, could be a tough call. But Hodgie not enjoying race 1, and then Nath still collecting penalties down in 8th position. Good thing about Nath though, he turns up every week, no complaints, gets on with it, enjoys his racing, and that's what it's all about when you join the Ultimate Racing League. It is just about enjoying your racing, and that's what Nath's doing. Back up to our race leader is Evel Knievel. We've got about a minute and a half left. Now if he can stay there, he is going to take the win. Led from lap 2 when Slowpoke came off and gave him that position, and he's not looked back since. Does look like he's opened up quite a decent gap back to Stealth. Stealth battling away with Graham, so that's probably what's holding these two up. Graham still pushing Stealth all the way. Now Graham has a look. Graham dives to the inside. It's going to be two. No, I thought it was going to be two aside there as they go into the chicane. It really doesn't work. And Graham, quite rightly so, just eased off and let Stealth get in there first. You really don't want to be going two abreast into that chicane. It won't end well. But Graham still in there, still fighting, still putting Stealth under pressure. Still on board with Stealth. And that's what he's looking at when he looks behind him. Trying to be defensive, trying to take the inside line nice and tight. As much as I want to carry on watching these, I'm going to have a look and see whereabouts Evel Knievel is. He has just gone around the heel and turn 8. And this will be his last lap. Well, it'll be everybody's last lap. As we go around turn 9 onto 10, and we are now at the 15-minute mark. So this is the final lap. Race is finished as far as the timing goes, as Evel Knievel goes around turn 11 for the last time in race 1. You can see the checkered flag, and that's a great win for him. Nice and easy, no dramas for Evel Knievel. Stealth is going to take second excuse me, with Graham just behind. Captain Slope is going to be 4th. Slowpoke is going to bring it home in 5th. Remember, he started in pole position, had that disaster in lap 2, so they'll take 5th. Castrian carrying a penalty will come across the line in 6th. That'll equate to 1 second, that half-second penalty, so I'm not sure if it'll affect. I don't think it will. It won't affect his position. Hodgie's just too far back. And comes across the line in 7th, and then Nath is going to cross the line in 8th. So this was race 1 at Watkins Glen of the final round of the Mini VGT Championship. Hope you can join me very shortly for race 2 when we will be back, and it will be let me have a look, it will be an evening race. I'll see you all soon.